I the asshole for laughing hysterically after a date kept insisting to me that women have periods from their butts? Okay, there was this guy, 22 male, who I, 20 female, have gone on a few dates with in the past couple of months. He's nice, and so far we've only progressed to going on public dates. But about a week ago, we finally decided to have a nice date at my place. Since it was going to be at my place, I let him know before that I was on my period because I wasn't sure what expectations he had or where his boundaries were yet. And we agreed to just have a nice takeout dinner and watch a movie. He comes over and we eat, then sit down on the couch to pick a movie when he says that it sucked that I was on my period. Then he said how he thought it was so strange that women give birth through their vagine, but have periods from their butts. This was a completely unpromoted statement from him, and I'm still not sure how we got on the topic, to be honest. I asked him what he meant by that, and he said again exactly what he had said before. I kind of smiled, assuming he was very much just joking, and said, "Oh yeah, so weird," thinking that he was just going to start laughing soon to the end of the joke. He didn't, and instead started to talk about his first and only girlfriend he had had in high school and how she used to complain about bad, quote unquote, period poops all the time. At this point, I ask him if he is being serious, and he looks a little confused and says he is. I ask him to explain how he came to that conclusion, and he explained that his first experience being around periods was the high school girlfriend, and before then he had never received or seen much information. He understood it was something that happened inside the body and that blood came out somewhere, but assumed it came out of the vagine until he heard her complaining and realized it actually came out of the butt. It was very unexpected coming from a 22-year-old man. I somehow managed to keep my composure when I told him that periods do in fact come out of the vagine and not the butts. He looked confused and then a little frustrated and starting insisting to me that I was wrong, and then kept saying, "Are you sure?" As if I was confused about where it came out of my own body. I explained to him the anatomy a bit more in detail and how it worked, but he was very adamant. Eventually, he conceded that most women must have periods like that, but some, hence his ex-girlfriend, have their periods from their butts. He just could not understand, no matter how many times I tried to explain it to him, that he had just simply come to the wrong conclusion and misinterpreted his girlfriend's words. The whole situation became so much that I started to laugh. I was doubled over, clutching my stomach, crying, laughing over this whole debacle. And he sat there red-faced, continuing to try and argue with me. Eventually, he said he was ready to leave, and he did before we could even watch a movie. I felt bad for laughing after he left because I could tell that he had been when he decided to leave. And he also texted me later that night to say he had done a little bit of research, quote unquote, on his own, and that he was no longer interested in pursuing any sort of relationship because he couldn't stand to be with someone who laughed at someone for, quote unquote, not understanding. So am I the asshole for laughing hysterically after a date kept insisting to me that women have periods from their butts? And the top comment coming in with 32,000 upvotes. Not the asshole. Are you sure? Yeah, dude. We're pretty sure we know where we bleed from. Next comment, 17,000 upvotes. Mansplaining at its finest. Next comment, 9,000 upvotes. To have achieved 22 years of age and not understand the basic stuff covered in a 5th grade puberty film is pretty sad. And we also live in the age of the internet, not the asshole. And my vote, this girl is not the asshole. I probably would have had the same reaction. How would you guys react? Let me know in the comments. Am I the asshole for not buying my girlfriend the gift she asked for her birthday? Just so everyone's aware, this is a throwaway account. I, 30 male, have a girlfriend, 28 female, of 6 years. It's always a problem to get her something for birthday, so I asked her what she wants. At first, she said she does not know and that some nice dinner would do. But yesterday, she came home from work and told me she saw a very nice set of Japanese knives that she would like, but it's a bit expensive for a gift. The knives were $254, which I think is nonsense to pay for knives since she is not a professional cook. She cooks as a hobby. I told her I think it's unreasonable and that I will not buy it for her. She said, okay, but she was quiet the entire evening. When I asked her what happened, she told me I shouldn't ask her what she wants if I don't want to take it into consideration. I think it's a bit childish. She gave me one suggestion and I said no. It shouldn't be such a big deal. Also, money is not the problem. We both have nice salaries and we are child-free with reasonable monthly expenses. We don't have any limit for the price of a gift. For my last birthday, she got me a summer trip to Turkey, paid by some benefits from her job. So, am I the asshole for not buying my girlfriend the gift she asked for her birthday, even though there is no budget on buying each other gifts? Okay, so I might have added in that last little tidbit. Let's see. The top comment coming in with 26,000 upvotes. You're the asshole. She got you a all capital letters trip to Turkey, and you can't cough up $250 for a nice set of knives. Boy, you had better get those knives delivered. If you ever want to enjoy the results of your girlfriend's cooking hobby again, you don't need to be a professional to enjoy nice knives. Next comment, 7,000 upvotes. OMG, don't give an angry woman knives. Next comment, 8,500 upvotes. This is probably the one scenario in which you should give the angry woman knives immediately. Next comment, 5,000 upvotes. I love everything about this because I am a 4'9" woman, a butcher by trade, and also very angry on the inside. Give me all the stabbies. Next comment, 12,000 upvotes. You're the asshole. Normally, I would say not the asshole, but the fact that you stated that, quote unquote, money is not the problem changes everything. The only reason why you don't even want to give her those knives is because you think it's nonsense because she's not a professional. You asked her what she wanted for her birthday since it's always a problem, and she answered it, and you just ... immediately denied her request without even considering it. Just buy her the dang knives already. Next comment, 4,000 upvotes. Seriously, if money is no issue, buying high-end knives that will last a lot longer than a cheap knife, if taken care of, doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. Next comment, 6,000 upvotes. You're the asshole big time. You asked, she answered. You don't get to decide if it's legitimate. It's her hobby. If she was into bird watching, would you scoff at buying decent binoculars? As it happens, $250 is a really good price for a nice hobbyist set. Not a great set, just a decent set. You know nothing about cooking knives, clearly, based on the fact that you think that's expensive for knives. Also, having good knives makes a huge difference in the kitchen. It's a genuine pleasure to work with quality knives, something I'm sure she knows. You messed up not only by belittling her choice, but also by ignoring her after she finally answered. Guess what? She's never going to tell you what she wants again because she won't want to be disappointed by you. And my vote, I'm going to go ahead and say this guy is the asshole. Has this ever happened to anyone? If it has, let me know. Tell me the story in the comments.